So we have a function of x. It might look something like this, and we want to know the length of that curve over some interval. We want to know the length of this line. We call it a curve in math because a line in math always implies something being straight. So we want to know the length of the curve from x equals 3 to x equals 5. So our textbook derived an arc length formula. So to find the arc length, we want to evaluate the derivative. The derivative of y with respect to x, we can use the power rule in the outermost function. That 3/2 can come down and multiply. It makes 1/2. Inside stays the same. Then we reduce the outside by 1. And then we need to multiply by the derivative of the inside function. So when we clean that up, 1/2 times 2 just gives us x. And then a 1/2 power means square root. Oops, yeah, no, we're good. I did the chain rule. Right, 2x came from the chain rule, the derivative of the innermost function. So if you plug that into the arc length formula, it's 1 plus the derivative squared with respect to x. So we've got the derivative is being squared. That means we've got x squared times x squared minus 2 because the square root is being squared. Let's see what we can do here. Let's distribute that x squared because right now we're trying to find an antiderivative. I don't see anything that would help us with the u substitution yet. So I bet we're going to be able to factor something like that. Because if you rearrange the inside of the radical, that's x to the 4th minus 2x squared plus 1. And then if you want to factor, yeah, you can factor that. That's two numbers that multiply to be positive 1 but add up to be negative 2. It's going to be x squared minus 1, x squared minus 1, because if you multiply that out, that makes what we started with. But you've got something times itself. So that's x squared minus 1 squared. And you're squaring you're square rooting a square. So it makes x squared minus 1. And then if we evaluate the antiderivative term by term, that's x to the 3rd over 3 minus x. Evaluate that between 3 and 5. So we plug in 5. That's 125 over 3 minus 5. Subtract that by 3 to the 3rd is 27 over 3 minus 3. So that's minus a negative 3. That's going to be plus 3. So we got minus 2. And then here you got 125 minus 27. That makes 98 over 3. If we want to keep things in terms of fractions, this 2 is the same thing as 6 over 3. So I got 92 over 3 for our final answer.